Alright guys, I'm back on my WWE Smackdown review for the 26th of the 7th 2016, and this last episode of Smackdown was a decent show. It wasn't really good like Raw was on Monday, but it was a good show, and we opened up Raw, we opened up SmackDown this week with the kind of similar what happened with was basically Raw. They opened it similar kind of what SmackDown opened similar kind of to what Raw did, where you had all the wrestlers this time around the ring, and Daniel Bryan and Shane come out, and they basically talk about who's Dean Ambrose's next opponent for SummerSlam, and basically tonight's main event was going to be a six-pack challenge, no contenders match. Whoever won the six-pack challenge was going to face Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam, and the six guys were AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, John Cena, Baron Corbin, and Dolph Ziggler. He won the battle, and Dolph Ziggler. But Apollo Crews won the battle royal. So yeah. And then the first match tonight, like I said, it was a battle royal, and whoever won that match would advance into tonight's main event. It was a typical battle royal. The jobbers get eliminated and a few others get eliminated. Then Apollo Crews won the battle royal. I thought it was a good pick to go with Apollo Crews. It looks like last few months of WWE have been pushing Apollo Crews to the top of WWE, and I like that. And in my opinion, I know recently they've kind of slacked on not pushing him recently, but I hope in the next few months that they have something big for Apollo Crews, maybe like an IC title run or something, or a US title run, so that they can keep his stock going, because the fans, are obviously he's got a big following and stuff. So I hope that they keep this up and they don't drop the ball with Apollo Crews. I know they've done that before with other wrestlers, but I hope that they don't do it with him. And then you had Shelton Benjamin. A video package for Shelton Benjamin. It looks like Shelton Benjamin is coming back to WWE. This has been running for years and years. Well, for the last 5 or 6 years now since he's left the company. But he's finally coming back. I don't know if he's going to be in the main event scene. He wasn't the first time he was in WWE. He was just a mid card, just trying to break that glass ceiling, and he never did in his first run in WWE. So I hope he does the second time in WWE. But in my opinion, this is good for the mid-card division in WWE. Having somebody like a Shelton Benjamin in your mid-card division on SmackDown is very good, because it's putting over guys like Apollo Crews and other guys like Baron Corbin and a lot of other guys on the NXT, on SmackDown, who are young and up and coming, and also who are going to get pushed in that. And it's going to be real good for them, because he's going to be like the veteran for the mid carders, and he's going to get them up to the next level with the awesome matches. He's had some awesome Money in the Bank matches, and I don't know about single matches, but he had a good match with Triple H once, back in 2003 or something. But on Raw, him and Triple H had a good match, So if he's had like one good single match, and he's been all right on the he's done all right. He's done okay on the independent scene and stuff. He hasn't done that too bad last couple of years. And then you had and then you had Becky Lynch versus Natalia. It was I didn't really pay attention to this match. I think Becky won the match, and it looks like Becky and Natalia are gonna kind of feud. And then you had Miz TV, and Miz is talking some shit, and then Randy Orton comes out and talks about obviously Brock Lesnar. So he says that he's gonna beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. He said, but sometime it ain't gonna be his first match. His first match is gonna be tonight against the Miz. So he challenges Miz to a match tonight, and Miz is like, I don't want to fucking fight you. And then Maurice's like, yeah, you're having a match. So then Maurice says, he will fight you, Randy. And then, so obviously it's going to be Miz versus Randy Orton. And Randy Orton hits Miz with the RKO, kicks out the first time. And then Miz tries to go for Skull Crush finale. Randy Orton RKOs him. It was pretty, it's what Randy was going to win anyway. Because obviously it's Randy Orton for God's sake. And Miz is just a fucking mid-carder. But, it was an alright match. It wasn't the best match I've seen. These two guys, Randy Orton and The Miz, yeah, they've had some decent matches in the past. They've had the best matches in the world, but decent. But yeah, it was alright. And then you had the wrestlers cutting promos against each other, like, you know, AJ Styles and Bray Wyatt. And then at the end, and then it's the main event. It's the six-pack challenge. So it's Dolph Ziggler versus Bray Wyatt versus AJ Styles versus John Cena versus Apollo Crews versus Baron Corbin for the number contenders match to face Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. And this was a very good match. A lot of good back and forth matches. Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles were teaming up a few times to beat up, you know, so the faces and that. And Baron Corbin was teaming up, you know, where kind of like the heels were beating up the bay faces, and then the bay faces was beating up the heels. So it kind of made a lot of that. We saw on Raw with the matches on Raw we had last night, like the Fatal 4-Way and that. And then after that, AJ tries to go for like a forearm, and then AJ misses. Dolph, AJ does hit the forearm on Bray Wyatt or somebody like that, and then AJ gets back up, gets super kicked by Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph is the new #1 contender for Dean Ambrose at SummerSlam. Dean Ambrose comes out, Shane and Daniel Bryan congratulate Dolph, and then after that, Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler have a stare down, and that was the end of SmackDown, really. This week's show overall was a decent show, and I was actually shocked WWE are actually pushing Dolph Ziggler. I said for the last couple of years he should go to TNA or something because he's getting treated like shit. And I don't know if this is going to lead to something big. Like, every time WWE push Dolph Ziggler, it feels like to me they push him one step forward, 3 steps back. It's been like that for Dolph Ziggler for years. And if they want to go so far, you know, if you want to go so far as a heel turn for Dolph Ziggler to try to change his character, because I think Dolph Ziggler needs a new character. The show-off character is boring. I mean, it was cool when it first started a couple of years ago, but now the show-off gimmick's getting boring. Give Dolph Ziggler a serious character, and basically just go to the basics and put him back as a serious fucking heel, and that would really get Dolph Ziggler over as a heel if he was just serious and not any of the show-off gimmick stuff. Because it's not doing anything for him, really, in my opinion. It was alright for a couple of years, but he needs a freshen up gimmick. He needs a fresh gimmick now. That gimmick's ran out now. And for Dean Ambrose, you should keep him as a babyface, but refresh his character a bit as well, because Dean Ambrose at the minute has got like a stale character as well, so I would, refresh his character a bit. Probably make him more, I don't know, do something with his character, I don't know what, but there's something you kind of need to refresh with both of those characters to really make them unique. Also, turn Dolph Ziggler heel, I will do that, and probably make him, make him like a badass or something, I don't know. But there's something what needs tweaking with their characters, and I'll talk about more of that in a probably separate video. But for tonight's SmackDown, it was a decent show, and I actually wasn't bored watching SmackDown. I actually was enjoying the next bit of SmackDown. And in my opinion, if Raw and SmackDown's like that every week, then I would put more interest into. I would be more happier, and I think every other wrestling fan in the world, even you guys would be happy if we had a really good Raw and SmackDown every week. Well, we know we're not gonna have that every week, but as long as the WWE stick to good storylines and actually put effort into some of these storylines, then I'm happy anyway. So that was my SmackDown review, guys, for the 26th of December 2016. What did you guys think of this last episode of SmackDown? And leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Right out.